Dan says hello to you both. I saw you wrestle. This is you, not me. It's Homer. How do you even say this? Homer Heatley Armory in Tampa. Is that right?
Hesterly, Homer Hesterly.
Oh, right. It's just misspelled it. On July 5th, 1977, I think Tony Marino was on the card. Do you have any memories of Tony Marino?
God, I hated to wrestle him.
Why?
He was just, I was a young guy and he was an older guy, and I'm an older guy now too, but he would just buy the numbers, and he wasn't over. Hell, I wasn't over either. I mean, it was just two guys out there that nobody give a crap about. And I'm trying to have this match with him, and it just wasn't going. I mean, there was nothing to get going on him. I mean, the people didn't much like him either. They didn't. I was a heel, but they were supposed to dislike me. He was a good guy, and they disliked him. So where do you go with that? So we went about 8 minutes, and we got it over, and I went back to the dressing room like this. Mm-hmm. They said, "Well, you just out there?" No, that was somebody else. I wasn't out there. Said the people were quiet. Oh no, they were taking a break when I went out there. So, but yeah, I don't remember anything much about him except he wasn't a bad worker. He was just, to me, boring, and he didn't like to do my bull crap. So, and the match, but the booker should have known that. I do a lot of different, Tennessee stuff down there, and he'd never been exposed to it. He thought it was, that there's prejudice in the wrestling business, especially from the guys up north. When they'd come south, they thought we did all kind of bullshit, and we did. But I told them one day, I said, "Guys, listen, you go to those big arenas like Madison Square Garden and the Boston Gardens in Philadelphia, you'll go there once a month, maybe. And you can bill for that. We go to Memphis and Chattanooga and Atlanta and Tampa. We go there weekly. There's a lot of difference between a month build and a 6-day build. And we got to do all this other stuff to make it entertaining. But they thought it like was degraded the business and all that. Finally, I just quit talking to him. I said, "Shut up." And he was one of them because he grew up on that Northern style. And the Northern style was much, much slower than the Southern style. Southern style, we just fly all over the place. Boom, de boom, de boom, de boom, de boom. But and Vince Sr. used a lot of older guys and giants. So you can imagine how fast they would move. And that was the main difference between Southern wrestling and Northern wrestling.
He died at the age of 90 back in 2021, so he was one of the most long-lived wrestlers. Is it?
Yep.
Do you remember him wearing a wig? For some reason, I've got it in my mind that he was one of the wig-wearing wrestlers.
Yeah, he was like Austin Idol. Austin Idol used to say, "What's the wig?" He would talk like that. You touch it. "What's the wig?" Tony Marino was like that. Touch his hair. Oh my God. It's like, because if he pulled it, it would come off. So he was always protecting it. And yeah, he wore a wig, and
well, both him
and he wasn't a very friendly guy either. And he wasn't a very talkative guy. And so he was what he was. He just another wrestler, and he wasn't there long, 3 months, 4 months. And he left.
You know what his most famous character was, do you? In the 60s?
What was it?
He was the Batman with 2 T's. He dressed up like the Adam West Batman and tag teamed with Bruno Sammartino.
One time or no?
They were tag team champions. No, he was one of the big stars of the Pittsburgh promotion.
Yeah, he was a big name up north. But he came south and nobody knew him at all.